Now we're gonna do this and then we'll do the giveaway. We'll get out of here. So more proof of the Z Fold 8 Wide. This will be introduced in July with the Z Flip 8 and Z Fold 8. Now, if you look at this, this is a highly anticipated device because Apple is producing an iPhone Ultra. iPhone Ultra is going to be a wide body style, right? It's going to look like a square when you hold it closed, and it's going to open up to essentially like a phone sideways, right? Now, they're holding the screen of the Z Fold 8 wide horizontal. So it would be like because it's going to open up like this, right? If this phone just folded in half, that's how it would be if you opened it up and you just started typing on it or watching a YouTube video. The way that the way that this guy is holding the phone would be like this, right? So he essentially rotated it, but that's the display. You can see right there. That's a much better picture. So if you where his thumb is at and his index finger is at, right here and right here. If you drew a line down the center right there, and you folded it down, closed it, folded the top down. Well, actually, that's technically the side. If you folded it in half, you'd have to rotate it. But that's what it would look like. Essentially, a square. You open it up and you rotated it where it looks like a phone. But that hole punch, I think this is going to be very interesting. And quite honestly, y'all know I'm not a foldable person. I just can't get, I don't know what it is. I just can't get down with foldables. I'm going to be honest with you. As much as I'm kind of shitting on Samsung lately, I actually like this form factor. And as much as the Moto Razr Fold almost had me at the buy button, oh, right there, this one might have me right there too. In fact, I might actually end up clicking it because this looks freaking cool. It would be like using, but here's the thing, it's pretty wide. Now he would be using it sideways. It looks like a regular phone, but again, it's a foldable, so it would be, if you opened it up, it would be like this, right? So, but you can rotate it long ways and you can actually use it like a phone. Now it's wide, so it would almost have to be, you would almost have to still use two hands to use it. It's essentially like a small tablet, right? That's basically what it is. You remember the Nexus 7, the old Nexus 7 tablet? That was a 7-inch display. Well, you used that with two hands, right? Now, it had a huge border around it. I don't know if anybody had a Nexus 7. It had a huge border around, black border. And so you can't really use it with one hand. These have very, very small, thin bezels, but it's still going to be too wide, as we were talking about those curved displays on the OnePlus 13. It's easier to use, right? Just that little bit where it's curved, extra centimeter helps. Well, this is going to be the opposite. This is going to be wide, essentially going to be, have to use it with two hands, but it looks great to consume media. So you can use it like a regular phone, or you can tilt it sideways and watch your Netflix, YouTube, um, NFL, whatever. So I just, man, it really bugs me that, and probably will end up not buying it because Samsung's gonna put. See, here's the thing. I think well, we do know now it's going to be a 200 megapixel sensor. So Samsung is going to have two sensors on the back. It's going to have the 200 megapixel sensor and a 50 megapixel sensor. Here's the issue. I think it's going to be the same shitty 6-year-old 200 megapixel sensor. I think it's still going to be the same old shitty 50 megapixel sensor that they're going to put on here. And that's what really, really bugs me, is that they're going to charge $2,000 for this. And it's going to have a lithium ion battery, right? Like 4,500 milliamp per hours. It's going to have shitty 5-6-year-old camera sensors in there. Not going to be silicon carbon battery, right? It's like they charge you an arm and a leg and they give you hardware that's years old, right? And it's like the new sensors we were just talking about for the S27 series. I don't think they're going to be ready for this July for this device. I think Samsung's going to introduce those brand new sensors in the S27 series. So it basically tells us that this Samsung Galaxy Z Fold Wide, Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide, god dang, is going to have those old sensors in it. So I probably will not buy it knowing that, but God, that's what bugs me. That's why you got to praise Motorola for throwing everything in the kitchen sink into the Razr Fold, because you're spending a lot of money and they're giving you good hardware, right? So, damn, man, pisses me off. So actually, more than I think about it, nah, I'm not gonna buy it. I kind of think I might, but I'm definitely not going to, because I just refuse. Absolutely, it pisses me off the more that I think about it. I refuse to spend $2,000 on a device, and they give you subpar hardware. I'm just not gonna do it. It's like Pixel this year. I'm not gonna buy a Pixel 11. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm fed up. Um, I'm just not gonna do it. Right? For what you pay, they give you way less than the competition. You're essentially selling yourself short. You're playing yourself. Now, that's my opinion. You may buy it and love it, right? And hey, that's all cool. I guess for me, I'm selling myself short. Y'all can do whatever you want, but for me, nah, I refuse now. I absolutely refuse to do it. But we'll see. Stay tuned to the channel. We're going to cover this because it does look cool and I am interested in it, but nah, I'm not going to buy it if they do that.